Wow, the view is very nice. Oh yeah, I forgot I was making a video. Sorry guys. Where's the camera? Oh, behind me. Hello guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let's give thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala because thanks to His abundant grace, I can explain this material. Let me introduce myself. My name is Achmad Habibi. Today, for the next 25 minutes or so, I will invite you all to dive into the material present tense, simple past, present continuous, and passive voice. Before we get into the material, I want to ask you, of course, you all already know the material that I will convey, because this material has been taught in elementary school, middle school, and high school. So that the atmosphere isn't too tense, I want to rhyme first here. Durian fruit, kedondong fruit, all lying down generation. Pay attention to the material that I will explain, bro. Even though it will be quite long, my presentation this afternoon is certainly more exciting than TikTok content on my friends' gadgets. So, don't scroll for your page, okay? Understanding simple present tense. Simple present tense is a tense that is used to talk about something that is general, or that always happens repeatedly, or a general truth. Therefore, the simple present tense is the tense most often used every day. Simple present tense is usually marked with time information as above. To recognize that a sentence is simple present tense, there are several characteristics that we can know. Firstly, present tense sentence use the basic form of the verb, such as run, drive, sit, or play. Second, present tense sentence use the auxiliary verb, do or does, for negative and interrogative verbal sentence. For example, she doesn't bring a ruler. Do you eat an apple? So next, simple present tense is divided into two sentence patterns, namely verbal simple present and nominal simple present tense. You have to be careful in analyzing verbal and nominal sentence patterns. The formula for forming present tense sentence is according to the sentence pattern. If the sentence pattern is verbal, then we are usually required to use the basic form of the verb or verb 1, especially for third-person pronouns she, he, it. What is used is verb 1 plus subject. Meanwhile, in the formula for nominal sentence, we have to add to be, is, am, are after the subject. But keep in mind, friend, if you make a sentence with a third-person pronoun as the subject, she, he, it, or singular subject, there are some verbs that must add s at the end. Examples of verbal and nominal present tense sentence. Examples of verbal sentence. 1. I turn on the air conditioner. 2. She breaks his heart. 3. Do you bring a dictionary? Example of a nominal sentence. 1. Snake is not mammal. 2. She is at her office. 3. You're crazy. Next, we will learn about what simple past tense is. The structure of the simple past tense is sometimes confusing. Have you ever been asked, smart friend, like this? Simple past tense is the one that use verb to, isn't it? Simple past or used to be or were right? How many verbs does past simple use? So, I wonder why, how come you get confused when you are asked about tenses, especially simple past tense? It could be because we rarely do practice questions and apply the use of these tenses. So, let's learn together. Understanding simple past tense. Simple past tense is a tense that is used to tell about events that happened in the past, which were finished or ended in the past too. From this definition of simple past tense, you can answer right. When is simple past tense used? Yes, it is true. We use this tense when telling about our completed activities that occurred in the past. Usually, the simple past tense structure is marked with the adverbs yesterday, a week ago, last month, last year, a long time ago, in 2070, just now, a few days ago, last night, and so on. To recognize that a sentence is a simple past tense, there are several ways you can do it. One way is to find the two form of the verb in the sentence. Simple past tense is divided into two sentence patterns, namely verbal simple past and nominal simple past tense. 8. We have to be careful in analyzing verbal and nominal sentence patterns. Don't make a mistake. Simple past tense formula. The formula for forming past tense sentence according to the sentence pattern. If the sentence pattern is verbal, we usually use the second form of the verb or verb to. Please remember, if the sentence is followed by did, we no longer need to use verb to and return to the basic verb form or verb 1. Meanwhile, in the formula for nominal sentence, we have to add to be past, was, or were after the subject. What are the two verbs in using the simple past tense? Examples of second form of verbs in English. Examples of verbal and nominal past tense sentences. Examples of verbal sentences. 1. Last Monday, Hannah got in an accident at the office. 2. Donnie bought new laptops last night. 3. My mother cooked grilled fish for my birthday party. 4. She joined the English club class at school yesterday. Examples of nominal sentences. 1. Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono was the president of Indonesia. 2. I was born in Medan. 3. They weren't his students. Getting to know present continuous tense in English. Simple present continuous is one of the tenses in English or not, friend? Try to answer in your heart, yes or no. There are so many tenses in English. We often get confused. Do you use present continuous to be is, am, are, or not? Sometimes we are also confused. What verb do present continuous sentences use? Other times, we are surprised, oh, there are really verbs that you can add into. So, I wonder why, how come you get confused when you are asked about tenses, especially present continuous tense. Try to remember again, friend. Perhaps we rarely do present continuous tense practice questions, let alone use them. So, let's learn together. Present continuous tense is also known as present progressive tense. Present continuous tense is a form of verb in English that is used to describe actions that are taking place at the moment. This tense is formed by combining the present form of the verb to be with the present participle ing form of the main verb. The characteristics of present continuous tense are usually marked with time information. Now or right now, at the moment, this month, this year, still, and so on. To recognize that a sentence is a present continuous tense or present progressive tense, there are several characteristics that we can observe. One of the characteristics of present continuous tense is that the sentence used to be is, am, are, and the base verb plus ing verb being. Furthermore, present continuous tense or present progressive tense is divided into two sentence patterns, namely verbal present continuous and nominal present continuous tense. 8. We have to carefully analyze verbal and nominal sentence patterns. Don't make a mistake, okay? Present continuous tense sentence formulas and patterns. The verbal and nominal sentence patterns above are related to the present continuous tense formula. If the sentence pattern is verbal, we use to be, is, am, are, followed by the base form of the verb plus ing or verb ing. Meanwhile, if the sentence pattern is nominal, we must add to be, is, am, are, plus being after the subject. Examples of verbal and nominal sentences in present continuous tense. Let's immediately look at examples of sentences that use present continuous tense time adverbs. Below is an example of present continuous tense in a verbal sentence pattern. What about nominal sentence patterns? Here it is, an example of present continuous tense in a nominal sentence pattern. Back to the question at the beginning. If so, simple present continuous is indeed one of the tenses in English or not? The answer is no, guys. There is a simple present tense which is used to express habits, general truths, or applicable facts. Simple present tense describes an event that occurs repeatedly, not related to past or future time. Understanding passive voice. Did you know that from the picture about visas about we can compose passive sentences? We can say, my visa was processed. So, passive voice or passive voice is a type of tense that is usually used to explain events that occur where the subject of the sentence acts as the recipient of the action. One example of a sentence is your love. In other words, we actually unconsciously construct passive sentences. From the definition and example sentence above, it can be concluded that the function of passive voice 1. To emphasize the object or person who receives an action. They selected Emma as the winner of the new car. Emma was selected to win a new car. 2. To be more careful or wise by not mentioning the subject of the sentence. 1. The house keys are missing again. 2. What did you do with my house keys? To make passive voice sentences, we must also pay attention to the type of sentence. Let's learn. So how? So far about the types of tenses that are changed to passive voice. Of the many types of tenses above, the key to changing active voice sentence into passive voice is usually always be plus verb 3 plus object. But of course, you have to be careful because there are also be plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus object added depending on the type, the tenses. Simple present tense conclusion. Simple present tense is used to express habits, general facts, routines, or things that are always true. Simple past tense conclusion. Simple past tense is used to express actions or events that have occurred and finished in the past. The time of the incident is usually clear or known. Conclusion about present continuous. Present continuous or progressive is used to describe actions that are taking place at the time of speaking or at a certain time in the present. Conclusion about passive voice. Passive voice is a passive sentence in English where the subject receives the action, not performs the action. I have a question for you to answer. Before I close the explanation of today's material, I will do a rhyme first. The cake is sweet, the coffee is hot, the river flows, the mountains stand. Hope my words are not forgot. Thanks for listening. You are also grand.
If the sun refused to shine,